Hello and welcome everybody to Advantage One RV. My name is Josh the RV Nerd. This is 5,275 pounds. One of the first generations of the open range Ultralite. Actually, the tan skin generation's not a thing, but this was the first generation of open range Ultralite. This is what really formed a lot of the basis for their trailers even today. This appears to be extremely well kept. It's an ideal fit for a half ton. It's like roughly 28 feet or something like that. It's not even 30 feet tip to tail. You can walk all the way through with the slide closed, heated and closed underbelly, totally carpetless. There's a lot of really good things going on in this one. Man, I tell you, I feel kind of bad about my footprints in here. Unfortunately, it's been raining like crazy the last couple days. And this thing was totally spick and span till I went tromping through here. And I did the best I could to kind of clean my shoes off and whatnot. But whoever owned this, wow, you kept a nice clean house. And what I love about this floor plan, it has the feel of a super slide. Like we've got the sofa and the dinette of a super slide and just tons of windows all over this thing. But what's nice here is because it's rearranged a little bit differently. You keep the length and the weight down. It's completely carpetless. It's nice and easy to clean. Those are sealed edge counters, by the way. And the vaulted ceiling really opens it up in here pretty nicely as well, giving you that just more open, expansive feeling of space, even though it is a little bit of a smaller coach. Now, the kitchen arrangement on this one kind of throws some people. It's one of those that when you see it in person, I get that it looks funky. When you're standing here using it in person, guys, it works. Like, it's not one that always seems to translate well to camera. Everybody does it a little different over here. Like, Jayco does it a little different. Open Range has a level exchange right here. So when you're on the sofa, you can really reach this a little bit more easily. But you can stand here. You can easily reach everything. And if you didn't catch it, just around the corner here, there's some power outlets. So there's actually some easy reach outlets in this kitchen, which is kind of nice. When you're sitting on the sofa, you've got some good door side window coverage, which a lot of builders of this floor plan really struggle with, and that's one of the benefits of that level exchange. When that countertop drops down, it gave them a bigger window here, bigger window here. We get nice, large, symmetrical windows all over the place. Hold on. Oh, I didn't notice that before. Okay, so there's been some water in that wall down to here at least. Okay, well, I'm glad we found that. Obviously, if I see something, I'll say something. I missed that on my first pass through. Hold on. We got to do a little reconnoiter here. Okay, that corner's fine. Can't really see in here. Let me shed some light on the situation. We're doing this in real time, obviously. All right, yep, that looks all right. What you want to do when you see something like that, water's lazy. Water goes with gravity. So if you see a hiccup, you want to look above it. That is weird. It doesn't start from the top. Like it starts right down here. Man, I gotta hop outside and figure out what's going on. Okay, so one thing I want to make you aware of right now is I don't always shoot my video segments in order. Like I've already completed my video of the exterior and I missed this on my first pass through. I'm glad I spotted it now. So what I'm about to say supersedes what I'm going to say later in the video. I'm noticing this is right about the area. I don't even know how well it's showing up on camera, but there is a little bubble right there. There's a little bit of delamination. I'm gonna step over here into Lake Highland. Okay, so it's still solid underneath. Where did that come from? The top termination strip, it looks like it needs a touch up. Maybe some water got through there and I didn't realize. Wait a minute. This is not the original ladder. You see those screws right there? Something happened back here. This ladder was replaced. Okay, so there's no Carfax for camping. I'm doing some crime scene investigation for RVs, some campsite investigating, CSI. We've discovered a crime scene. It doesn't look like it's anything that's a problem currently. It looks like maybe in the past a ladder had to be replaced, and that would also explain why later in the video I talk about how they went so crazy resealing up around that ladder up top. I wonder if something caught that ladder and broke a seal and they didn't realize it, and a little bit of water wicked down the walls. It's all theory and conjecture. It makes sense when you put it together. Okay, well, I apologize that I kind of went off the rails on this, but I pride myself in giving you all the full transparent information that I possibly can. I'm going to see if I can get some more information together on this here real quick. So just took a second to speak with our consignment manager. Asked, do we have any history on this little thing that I spotted back here? And it's kind of apparently been news to everybody. Every now and then we'll have something where an RV's been in storage for a while, and the most recent owners, they've done a great job taking care of it, but they haven't touched it recently, and maybe something lapsed of which they were not aware. And I'm wondering if that rear termination strip, we're going to see it later in the video, it needs some touch-up beads. Maybe. It's very possible some water has penetrated through there. It's unfortunate. It doesn't appear to be structural. It does appear just to be cosmetic at this stage. I wish I wasn't reporting what I'm reporting right now, but I'm also not going to lie about it, and I'm not going to hide it. That being said, I would say that's absolutely easily the only significant point of concern worth talking about in this one. Everything else in this is pretty sharp, pretty on point. So whatever the case, at least know that we're going to shoot you straight when we see something. The dinette can fold down into a nice sleeper. The sofa can jackknife down into a smaller one if need be. There is storage all the way below the dinette here. And when you're sitting on the rear sofa, that's one of the nice things about this. As compared to like one of the super slide rear living rooms, which puts you like half a football field away from the entertainment, this one just has an easy lock on the entertainment center. And what you don't realize, like you look down, you're like, oh my gosh, is that just a little car stereo? It's not. This actually has a little DVD unit built into it as well behind there, just above that sound bar. Now, I mentioned the word storage. Let's get everything cracking over here like Orville Redenbacher. Get popping. And a couple things I like on here is that full drawer below the oven, as well as what I like to call the pull-out perfect pantry. That little storage space below the sink right there, that vertical pantry space that opens up. And you can also see that all the way above the seating in the kitchen, you've got like a full-on halo of storage wrapped around that skylight up there. And again, that vaulted ceiling and the light package in here. It lightens and brightens up pretty nicely. Another little interesting thing is your satellite prep in this one is actually located above the refrigerator in this little pocket. It seems like a weird location for it, but this is a tricky storage space for a lot of other things. But, if you get a satellite or a Blu-ray player, they're long, they're flat. They really eat up an entertainment center. So this allowed them to really keep the entertainment center nice and shallow while still giving you some great entertainment options. Now, we'll see the RV closed up in road mode in a minute, but one of the nice things here, you got your entry door right there, right next to the bathroom door. So if you're making a quick travel stop, or even if you're at your campsite, it's quick in, quick out, not a lot of foot traffic in the camper. You can also see it's a dual entry bed and bathroom. So, like, if you're one of those folks that, you have the need to hop up in the evening hours to hit the bathroom, doesn't matter which side of the bed you're on. Some RV floor plans will kind of half trap you over in that far driver's side corner that we're looking at right there. This makes it just kind of easy up, easy down. It would work very well for my wife and I, actually. She is the type, she would probably be sleeping on that side of the bed. She tends to sleep to my right, and she has to get up and down in the evening hours a little more frequently than me. So that would save her some trucking around the RV, potentially stumbling on, not that she's clumsy, but like I have a bad habit of like leaving shoes on the floor that she would be stumbling on in the evening hours. This looks like the original mattress is still in the original packaging, but they put a foam memory topper kind of thing on top of that. So that's kind of cool. And that is size for a 60 by 80 queen. And you can see that's super CPAP friendly with outlets all the way up by the headboards there. And both sides, I wish more manufacturers would do this. Don't just give me stands, give me drawers so that I don't got to go digging around under those. And definitely don't waste the storage. That was a smart execution point right there. And again, between the size of this one, in terms of the weight being less than 5,300 pounds empty before cargo, obviously it's going to go a little north of that once you load it up, and just the length of this is a really, really good size for half-ton towing and going. It also has an Equiflex suspension system for smoother ride and handling, and you see, as far as I can determine, the owners are basically just done RVing. A lot of their accessories appear to be going along and included with this camper. There's some wheel chocks in there. Looks like maybe a surge guard. I'm not sure what else might have been included in all that. But the fact is, whatever's in there, you get it along with the price tag, which is kind of nice. 30-pound propane tanks up front. That's another thing that kind of stands out to me on these in a class that is really dominated by 20s. It just gives you 50% more time between your refills. And again, what do we got in here? We got an inline, looks like water filtration system, which is my favorite. I prefer to keep the garbage from getting into the camper. There's a full RV cover in there. Oh my gosh. Well, there's a couple $100 worth of preventative care and maintenance and upkeep you're not going to worry about. This is like the only blemish I've been able to find on the outside of the RV. There's just a little rub spot over here on the skirt. Not even sure what might have caused that, but obviously that's pretty minor. The underbelly is enclosed and heated, by the way. A great extended season package on these. And you may have noticed just the exterior condition like the inside. That full RV cover has done a great job. But holy cow. I'm going to zoom you in. So if you're motion sick, you might want to close your eyes. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to get up on the roof, but look at all of the extra sealant they had on those ladder stanchions and rungs right there. Holy cow, backing you out. 1, 2, 3. I know that some people get, I try not to swing the camera around, and then I naturally hit the camera right there, but I try not to swing the camera around like a madman and make you motion sick. But those RV covers make this thing just stay so much younger. And that's interesting. This has a folding ladder. So if you want to get that ladder out of the way, potentially put a bike rack back here, you could. Wow, man, I'm just checking out the stickers. These folks got around. They got around, but holy cow, they took care of this thing. Notice down below the bumper line, though, you've got yourself a propane cooker hooker, and you've got that little kind of college kid mini fridge outside here. That's kind of a camp kitchen. It's like you could make your own camp kitchen with that. What's nice on a drizzly, rainy day, you could hop outside, hang out under the awning. There's outside entertainment hookups here also if you are so inclined. You could have a grill sitting next to the awning. You know, you don't necessarily have to have all that heat and smoke and stuff billowing in under the awning. And I'm trying to walk around Lake Muck over here. I mean, look at this thing. Guys, you remember the never-ending story when Artax, the horse, got sucked into the swamp of sorrow? This is what they're talking about. You got to be careful with this stuff. This is no joke, people. Regardless, you get the idea. You got a cool little outdoor spot here. And then on a sunny day, obviously, you can just be hanging out under the patio having a good time. Aluminum wheels, and again, Equiflex suspension. That's that yellow guy that we're looking at down in there. It's a shock dampening system. So this is short. This is light. Well, yeah, I mean, it's a reasonably short model. 17 foot would be shorter, obviously, but you get the idea. The awning looks like maybe it has seen a little bit of weathering. Let's get a better look at that upstairs. Obviously, I don't want to dangle off the side too much, but I think what I'm seeing here is based on the stickers on the back. These folks like to do, say, like national park camping or something like that. I think this is actually a symptom not of weathering, because the rest of the RV looks too good for that to be weathering. I think maybe they got a little too close to a tree branch, and maybe it rubbed on there or something like that. That's the best guess that I have. Looks like just a little more recent summertime storage dust on the roof here, but nothing concerning. And all the sealants up here look real good, but that's not a surprise. That's one of the things about having a full RV cover. It takes a lot of the sunshine off these things. And I'm even seeing where the folks were being preventative about their TLC on this thing. Just before I got hopped down, though, I did notice a little bit of weathering, because these are still the original factory seals, but that RV cover has slowed the age progression process enough that these are still only just now reaching that phase where you need a touch-up bead. There's nothing leaking right now. You definitely don't want to leave it like this for like another full year unattended. Then you'll have a problem. Right now it's fine. It's going to take 5 seconds of some self-leveling sealant and you're good to go. So if you like what you see, leave us a little comment, or if you have any questions, leave me a note and I'll do my best to fill that in too. Remember, we are family owned and operated. really depend on your support to keep this place running. So if you haven't done so already, hit the little like button on the video at the very least, and subscribe if you haven't. And when you're ready, we're ready, and we'd love to work with you. So take care, stay safe, have fun, and have an A1 day, everyone.